So last week we have just started giving introduction, and one of the wallpaper practical we have shown you here. Basically same practical we will do wallpaper, but in different way to let you aware about this group policy, block inheritance and enforcement. Let's understand the concept. In this case, what exactly things happen? Let's say understand what is block inheritance. So let's prepare one OU. So everyone, my voice is clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So let's say this is a OU structure. You got my point? This is a domain, fine. This is a domain. IBM.com. This is a OU, business users, and these all are the sub OU of business users. These all are the sub OU of business users. Sorry, business critical is the sub OU of business users, and this is the sub OU of application dev. Now let's say whenever you are applying any policy in the domain, you are applying policy in the domain. So my question, where it is applied? It will apply on business users, it will apply on business criticals, it will apply on application dev, it will apply on production engineering. So whenever you are applying on domain, by default it's inheriting all his subdomain, sub OUs, right? Am I right? Is that clear?
Yes. Yes, Siddharth.
Okay. Now my question, during these policies applying to sub OUs, okay, I don't want that this policy to be applied on this particular OU. Only this policy, for this particular OU, this policy will not be applied. Then what is the way out? That means it should be
No.
this, should be that, should be that, not this OU. In that case, we will
Block
do
inheritance.
block inheritance. So today in this practicals, what we can do, we will create one domain controller, we will create one client machines, only one client machine is fair enough for these practicals. We will create it 2 to 3 users. Okay, we will create it 2 to 3 users and we will show you the practicals. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, Saizadi, your voice is very low. I am not able to hear you properly.
Is audible?
No, you are very low.
Hello.
Yes, you are audible now.
Yeah. So if you apply in OU, then it will automatically apply on sub OU also, right?
If I apply on domain, it will apply all the sub OUs under this domain. Last week I told you where the places you can apply. What is the group policy? Inheritance. Group policy.
domain wise OU and
No, no, LSDU. Always remember the format it's called LSDOU.
Local site domain and OU.
Exactly, LSDOU. This is the always remember this is the group policy inheritance. Locally, site, domain and OU. And OU is the highest preference for applied. Clear? So any
Okay.
policy if you are applying on domain, by default it is applying all these sub OUs. Now today I will show you there is a OU called business critical, and in this business critical all the critical business owners or stakeholders are there, and I don't want that wallpaper policy to be applied them. So in that case there is the options called group policy inheritance, sorry, block inheritance. So we will skip or bypass this wallpaper policy to here. Clear? Got my point?
Yes, sir, but I have doubt regarding like OU is a subset of D like domain because I have a doubt if we apply on OU, automatically it will apply on domain, site and local also what?
No, we are applying on domain. Try to understand. We are applying on domain.
Okay.
That's why it are applying on all these sub OUs. You got my point? But I am not interested to apply this on this particular business critical OU.
It is
That's
like scope exclusion, right? That particular we are block inheritance.
exactly. We will exclude this apply setting on the particular OU. That's what we will do block inheritance. Clear?
Right? Okay, sir.
One more thing I'm telling you everyone, if you take the system for practice group policy, the client you always take the Windows 10, not Windows 7, because Windows 7 it's obsolete, outdated. Small setup you can use in Windows 7, but for group policy practical always use Windows 10. Clear? Or else
Okay, sir.
your practical will be fail, I'm telling you.
Siddharth.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so means my system problem you know na. My system is now okay.
Okay, so you follow the same
I
thing.
have reset it.
Perfect. Very good. So
And not only that, I have already means I always took the backup also.
great. So Shovik
If,
today
if
morning.
suddenly a system crash, then it will automatically restore from the backup.
Great. So today morning Shovik's report me that his network was not showing in ncpa.cpl window. So I tell him, okay, fine, do one thing. I suggest him certain steps and also tell him to reset the network. And I was thinking how he'd fix it. By 5 p.m. he informed me that he's still doing fixing. Now his problem got fixed. So he alone fixed his laptop. This is how you can gain confidence. You got my point? Very good, Shodip. Keep on. So whenever you are facing problem, try to make it by your own. Got my point? Then only you will
Yes.
get confident. So this is your first success.
But I have a one doubt. Okay, So Lenovo service team has called me because it is in the warranty, right? So I have to inform you.
Mm-hmm. What they saying?
They are, they told me that try to connect with the USB threatening. Okay, but
Mhm.
my question is there is no NIC, then how USB threatening will work?
Yeah,
Because it is not working.
no, it will work. It will work. So generally, what happen? The main thing is that connection delivery get into the system, operating system. Either it is NIC or either it is USB, no matter. Okay. So through this USB tethering, you can actually what happen in USB tethering is basically the transceiver and transmitter and transceiver, so both transmitters transmit and receiving, everything is done through mobile. Your system is getting internet only, but transmission everything because you are connecting through USB, right?
Hmm.
So main thing here, network supply is mobile. Through this you are getting only internet connection. So if your network is not work, no matter, it doesn't matter.
Okay, okay. But after the USB threatening also, na, the network will not is not working. So I don't know what's the problem, but they are also unable to provide the solution why it is not working.
And you functionally did it, right?
Hmm.
And you finally did it.
Yeah, I have totally reset the system by doing means watching the video on YouTube. Before that, I took the backup. If something will happen, my system got suddenly crashed due to this step, so I can means restore the system from the backup. So
Very good.
that's why I took the backup.
Very good. Very good.
And after reset the whole system, my network is means suddenly working fine.
Shobik. Hello, Shobik.
Hello.
What command you need to take the backup?
নো এইখানে ওরকম ভাবে ব্যাকআপের কোনো কমেন্ট আমি যাইনি, এখানে আমি টোটালি জিইউআই দিয়ে করেছি। ঠিক আছে, আমার তো উইন্ডোজ 11 না,
Windows
বুঝতে পেরেছো? আমার পার্সোনাল ল্যাপটপের কথা আমি বলছি, আমি এর কথা বলছি না।
Okay.
তুমি তুমি হয়তো জানতে চাইছো সিস্টেম স্টেট রিকভারি বা ওইসবের কথা, কিন্তু এটা তো আমার জেনারেল ওয়েস ব্যাকআপ। আর সত্যি কথা বলতে কি ওই সময় আমার মাথায় নেই যে আমি কমেন্ট খুলে দেখবো, আমি সোজা জিইউআইতে গেছি, গিয়ে ওখান থেকে ইয়ে করে নিয়েছি, আপডেটের ওখান থেকে ব্যাকআপ নিয়ে নিয়েছি।
কমান্ড আছে পুরো ড্রাইভ শুধু ব্যাকআপ হয়ে যায়। ওটা অন্য একটা ড্রাইভে গিয়ে পড়বে।
হ্যাঁ, ওটা দুরকম ইয়ে পাবে, তোমার ড্রাইভ শুদ্ধ পাবে একটা, আরেকটা পাবে তুমি উইদাউট ড্রাইভ। ঠিক আছে, আমি ড্রাইভ শুদ্ধই নিয়েছি যেহেতু আমার ফাইল ছিল। আমার মনে হয় কি বলতো বাপি, ভিএমওয়্যার অ্যাডাপ্টারের জন্য মেইনলি প্রবলেমটা ক্রিয়েট হয়েছিল, কোনো আপডেটের থ্রুতে উইন্ডোজ আপডেটের সাথে ক্ল্যাশ করছিল ভিএমওয়্যার অ্যাডাপ্টারটা। তো যেহেতু ওটা ক্ল্যাশ করে গেছে, তাই তো কোনো উপায় নেই, তাই আমাকে পুরো রিসেট মারতে হয়েছে সিস্টেম।
তো মানে অপারেটিং সিস্টেমটা যখন নতুন করে যখন ইনস্টল হলো না, তখনই একটা ব্যাকআপ তুলে রেখে দিয়ে তারপর তুমি ওই জিনিসটা করতে পারো।
আমার ব্যাকআপ নেওয়া আছে, যাতে ফার্দার যদি কোনো প্রবলেম হয় সেটা যেন ওখান থেকে সেটাই সকালে সিদ্ধার্থ বলছিল বুটেবল যদি করতে পারো। আমার পেন ড্রাইভ অত জায়গা নেই, তাই আমি নিজের মানে এক্সটার্নাল ড্রাইভেই নিয়ে নিয়েছি।
Hi there, I'm Cortana, and I'm here to help. A little sign in here, a touch of Wi-Fi there, and we'll have your PC ready for all you plan.
তোমার তোমার ফোন করলাম তো তখন, ফোন করে তুমি বললে, দাঁড়া দাঁড়াও, তারপর আর ফোন করলে না আমাকে। ছাড়ো, আমি পড়াচ্ছি, পরে ফোন করছি।
Bro, check the domain name.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. Okay, so my infrastructure is done. Now let's download some wallpaper. Only wallpaper. So these two wallpaper I basically need for these two practicals. So I will copy it to my domain controller. Clear?
Okay.
IBM 01 and IBM 02. So first,
Bro,
yeah,
hello. Yeah, you told me na that how to install the VMware tool. You can show me.
right click here, go to
Hmm.
settings, sorry, okay, so here there is an option reinstall because it is
Okay.
already there, so it will not show me. Got
Okay.
it?
Okay.
Now here
Okay.
the install VMware tool, that click on it, you will be, after that you have to go to my drive. Okay, see that VMware tool is there, just right click on it and then install it. Okay, clear?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, now I am going to create the OU structure. Okay, so one of the first OU is business critical user. Second is I will create sub OUs. Business operation. I will create another OU. Application dev, and there is a sub OU product engineering. Got it? So this is my company OU structure. So normally when I apply the policy to domain, I can see each OU I am going to create one users. First business critical OU, there is a users name is Shovik. Hello, my voice is audible to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
In business operation, I am going to create Amarjit. In application dev, I will create user Shahzadi. And product engineering, I am going to create user Chinmoy. Okay, so now what exactly things happen? So whenever I apply the policy domain, it will apply to everyone, so that you know there is nothing to speciality, because last week I did that practicals. My concern is in this business operation, there is a two users. These are the very vital and critical most users. Bapi and Amarjit. Okay, so whenever this wallpaper policy is applied to enter domain, I don't want that to be applied on business operation OU. Clear? So in that case, how you implement the policies? The option is called block inheritance. I will apply block inheritances on here business operation. Then I will show you how it is bypass the wallpaper policy. Clear? So in that case, you have to open gpmc.msc. So whenever it is open, group policy management console, expand the forest, expand the domain, expand the domain. Okay. Now if you are not getting any users here, OUs there, just click on refresh. All the OU you have created, you can show it here. Perfect. All these OUs are shown. Now in business operation, I will create the policies. For that, I go to group policy object, create one wallpaper policy. That is, first we will create the wallpaper policy attached to domain. Or IBM underscore domain underscore wallpaper underscore policy. I'm just telling you, if in future you are responsible for company group policies and domain, always create the group policy with proper name, so that later on it not showing you the any confusion. Whatever the setting you are injecting and what is the policy for that, clearly mention name with the following of underscore. That will be more help and in future understanding. Clear? Because it is not necessary for long term. You will be working in the organization, you will get opportunity, you go, but in future whenever another guy will come, any disaster, so that he can handle. That is our intention. Okay. Acha. Now policy is blank. The policy is blank. Nothing is there. It's totally blank. Here we will create the wallpaper policy. So which policy is this? Computer policy or user policy? Is this computer policy or user policy?
User policy.
User policy. Very good. So in that case, you have to go to edit. You have to go policy, administrative template. We'll select desktop, and then wallpaper.
Acha.
but for that only what I can do, I have to share, I have to keep this wallpaper in the shared drive, I mean our domain shared drive.
Sysball.
Sysball. So Sysball cannot be open, you cannot open /ibm.com and go there. Have to always go to C Windows, Sysball.
Sysball.
After that Sysball, ibm.com and script.
Scripts.
Here you can create one folder, wallpaper, and put your wallpaper there. Once you do this, I'll show you. You need to know the proper path. Both the wallpaper I have pasted. Okay, in future, for your future reference. So in that case, what we can do, I will copy the path. In that case, do not, whenever you copy the path, do not paste the C drive, then your wallpaper will not be applied. Got my point?
Okay.
In that case, go to / netlogon. Once you put another slash, you will see that wallpaper. After that, whenever another slash, you will find a wallpaper name. Which one you are going to apply? Select first one. Copy that entire path, including JPG. So you have to give the entire path, then only policy will be applied. Double click on it, go to enable and put the file there. Click on apply and enable this one, enable both HTML and JPG wallpaper. This choice setting is very important. Now in the same policy, you just refresh it. You can see the policy has been uploaded. Now what I'm do, I'm going to apply it on the domain. Now that much things you know already because last week I told you. Okay. Now in general, if okay, let it install. হ্যাঁ বলো।
হ্যাঁ হ্যালো।
বলো।
আচ্ছা বলছি কালকে প্রোগ্রামটা কি করছো নাকি?
ওই লোকটাকে আমি ফোন করেছিলাম, ও বললো আমি পুরী যাচ্ছি, পুরী থেকে এসে আপনাকে আমি জানাবো।
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা আচ্ছা
ঠিক আছে,
ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে
ওকে ওকে,
ঠিক আছে তাহলে জানিও আমাকে।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
ঠিক
ঠিক আছে, ওকে। So by default laptop wallpaper policy is applying, right? Any user you log in, this policy will be applied in the background. I don't want this policy to be applied on business operation. Got my point? So I will create here do block inheritance. Once you do this block inheritance, you will see that there is a one exclamatory sound symbol will be applied there. After that, if you go to CMD and run the command gp update /force, once it is done, then who are the users available here? Who are the users available? BAPI. So let's log in this system with BAPI. So policy will be applied to BAPI or not? Wallpaper will be applied to BAPI or not?
No.
No. Let's see. No. So let's do the CMD GP update and force. Then I will restart and then see whether policy will be applied or not. Still policy is not applying. If I log in with Amarjit, same, the policy will be applied or not?
It will not.
Same, policy will be not applied to him because we have enabled that. We have enabled the block inheritance. We are disrupting the GPO flow for a specific OUs. Now let's see if I log in with production engineering Chinmoy, let's see whether policy is applying or not. What happened? Policy will be applied or not? What do you think?
It will apply.
It will apply. Let's see. Oh, sorry, my bad. So policy is applying to him, right?
Yes.
Why? Because Chinmoy is the different OU, not his OU is not block inheritance. Now what happened? If I move to Chinmoy to that particular business operation, policy will not also apply to them, right? Clear?
Yes.
So let's move Chinmoy to that particular OU. So he is now currently on this business operation OU. Let's do the GP update. Perfect. Clear? Okay. Now let's see again, log off. Okay, shut down and then log in with Chinmay. Now this time policy will be applied or not?
It will not apply.
It will not apply. Perfect. So this is general concept of block inheritance. Now suddenly the AHR want this policy to apply to everyone. Those who are block inheritance, I don't care, but I want this policy to be deployed for everyone. In that case, I don't know which OU block inheritance there. I don't know. Simple to overcome this solution. Again, I'm telling you, HR communicate you that this wallpaper policy should be indexed up for all the domain users. Let's say normal user or critical user or high critical user, I don't know. This policy to be deployed for all the domain user. If this kind of request will come to you, so no matter which OU there is a policy inheritance, whatever, leave it. In that case, what we can do, just we will select the domain, policy. Which policy? IBM domain wallpaper policy, and just make them enforce. Now what is group policy enforcement means? Anywhere in the domain, if there is a blockage, block inheritance there, it will push the policy forcefully over there. That is one of the function of group policy enforcement. And another of these, I'll tell you next practical. I'll tell you first practical. I will show you what is group policy enforcement and how it is work on block inheritance environment. Right? Now any users, let's say Chinmoy, Amarjit, Sahzadi, it will be applied to everyone. So first I will do the GP update force. Once the GP update force has been done, then I am trying to log in with any of the high critical user where the enforcement was there, I mean block inheritance there. Well, let's log in with BAPI. So policy will be applying or not?
It will apply.
It will apply. Let's see. Why it will apply? Because you have selected this group policy enforcement features. If you select enforcement feature, it will crack all these block inheritance options. Clear?
Yes.
Is it applying? Is it
Yes,
applying?
sir.
How
Yes.
come? How come it's a block inheritance? How come it's applying? Because
Will enforce.
any of the upstream policy, if it is enforced, it can destroy the block inheritance options. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. Next thing is that there is another requirement come. The requirement is that I have a domain group policy for all the users. It is applying. Very good. Now I want my business critical user, there will be a separate wallpaper policy only for them. Only for them only. They will not eligible to take the normal domain wallpaper policy. They were eligible for their own wallpaper policy. In that case, what you need to do? There is a certain requirement. In that case, what you can do? You have to uncheck this enforcement, and you have to uncheck this block inheritance as well. Now here in this particular view, I will create a separate group policy, and this particular separate group policy will attach different wallpaper. Got it? So I will create another wallpaper, but in that case I will not create freshly. I will copy that wallpaper and create the another wallpaper. But there is an options called this option, just copy that wallpaper. Later on I will change the setting. And paste it here. Once it is done, just rename it IBM underscore business. Domain wallpaper. Clear? You have changed the name. Now you have to change the setting here as well. Just path. Just you need to change the path, nothing else. Instead of this, I will select this one. Clear? Now you understood what we created two wallpaper, why we created two wallpaper, just for that is the reason. Hello, my voice is audible to everyone?
Yes.
Okay.
But sir, one question is, in that single folder you have updated two wallpaper, correct?
No matter, no matter.
So HR want which specific wallpaper to deploy in that specific OU, then how it will system will
No,
decide?
no, no. You are actually the shared folder is the location. It's a storing point, and we are creating separate group policy, na? What matter if the wallpaper store in the same folder? What matter? Policy is different, na? You got my point? So here I will do one things. I will attach IBM business critical wallpaper here. Now my question, if I attach this OU here, will that policy will apply or domain policy will apply? Let's see. These are kind of question they will ask you in interview. I'm telling you, that's why I am doing it like this way. This is a brainstorming, I understood, but trust me, in group policy, any of the interview they will ask you confused, and the scenario I'm giving you, na, they will ask you that is way. Each classes, whatever I'm giving you, because I am facing this kind of interview in while I do the proxy. Got it? So that's why I'm trained you, and that is the way. So please be careful and learn accordingly. Clear? Perfect. After that, Bapi is the business critical user. Let's log off and then log in again. Then what I can do, go to CMD GP update / force. Let's shut down -R -F -T -00. Now let's see which wallpaper will be applied. Domain wallpaper or that wallpaper we have attached, that wallpaper. Let's see. Any of the user, like Chinmoy or Bapi, no matter. Can you see that? My question here, one of the wallpaper attaches domain which is flowing down, and one of the wallpaper attaching OU, but this is not accepting, this is accepting. How? I remember I told you one thing, that is OU is the highest precedent, or OU is the highest privilege of the group policy. So any policy which is attached in domain and the same another policy which is attached in OU, so whatever attached in OU, that will be applied. Got my point? Until it is enforced. That means those two, the wallpaper policy is not enforced and this policy is not enforced. So once it is applying, it will not apply here because I have attached another same policy. So this kind of settings will not replaced by upstream wallpaper policies, because the policy which I attach to OU, that will be a more priority rather which is applied in the domain. Clear? Is that clear?
Okay, sir.
Everyone
Yes.
clear? Now what happened? Next scenario, what happened? HR told me, hey, do again enforce this wallpaper. I want to be deployed for everyone. I don't know, wherever block, wherever it, I don't know. Again do the enforce. So you do enforce. Now what happened? Once you do enforce, now it will be replaced this policy as well. I'll show you. So in that case, again do GP update / force. Now let's shut down -R -F -T -00. Let's log into BAPI. I am logging every time BAPI, but those who are the users is available. So see that domain policies apply because you have enabled enforcement. So now it's clear what enforcement funda is, that what is block unit funda, how enforcement clear. If you set any of the policy you do enforcement, it will crack the block inheritance, it will crack the any same policy attached on the OU level. Clear? Now question is, HR again say whatever the wallpaper policy attached with business operation, that should be remain same, that cannot be changed. So in my organization I receive this kind of request. Sometime I got puzzled how much they have idea, every time they are changing their idea. So this kind of opportunity every day you face. So these are the things I will do. So our next practical will be, if any policy which is applied on domain and enforced, and you are applying the same policy in a specific OU, then how you achieve this. So please remember, Shovik, Shahzadi, everyone, I'm telling you, next week whenever I come, you tell that our today practical will be any wallpaper policy, if it is applied on domain and enforced, same wallpaper policy, how can be I apply for a specific OU which is under the domain OU. So intention to bypass that enforced policy and apply our own domain policy, how we can achieve this. So please remember me and tell me to remind me next week practical. So next week practical we will discuss that part. Clear?
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So I am giving you slowly options because this is very critical. You do not take too much pressure, you will not be able to handle. So slowly I am giving, take it, so that very soon you will understood group policy. Now if group policy you understood, domain DNS you understood, then you are quite eligible for Active Directory interview. Got my point? Clear? So group policy, DNS, DHCP, ADDS, domain controller site, replication, Kerberos is very important. Okay guys, let me save the video.